I reversed the float. Look, I mean not the float, sorry, the truck up to the float. Yay! Good afternoon. I am mid vlog editing and realized I have like no introduction for this video whatsoever, but you probably guessed by the title that it's something to do with my pony club. So yesterday we had a pony club muster and we tried some synchronized riding for a little bit, which was kind of fun, but mostly it was a show jumping practice or clinic, whatever you want to call it. We were practicing the AM7 style show jumping, so if you double clear the first round, so not knocking anything over, and within the time limit you get to go straight into a jump off. And so we were just practicing that. If we got poles down, we were still allowed to do the jump off sequence just for practice purposes. But yeah, my stepdad came along and took some groovy videos, so I'm gonna put that into the vlog right now with a little bit of voiceover so you guys know what was going on. Okay, see you in a minute. Alright guys, this is voiceover Courtney here. You can see here we're just doing a bit of a warm-up in walk and trot and canter. His trot work was really nice, but his canter was a little bit wild. You can see he's getting a bit hollow and we lost our balance a little bit there, but on the most part he was moving really nicely and being pretty compliant. Sorry, that's my cat yelling in the background. So after we warmed up, it was time to try a little bit of very basic synchronized riding, just walking in pairs. Here's Heather and I totally nailing the corner. Sorry about the warp stabilizer and the camera shakes, by the way. It does actually get better in the jump footage when we were able to rest the camera on the fence, but for now, unfortunately, it's a little bit wonky, but do keep watching. Here we are, just going the other way. I think we actually did better on the other side. And here we had to do a little crisscross thing. We're all coming through the middle and we have to try and keep the pace without running into anybody. I think we did okay at that. Then this is where things really went a bit haywire. We tried to do a pinwheel. Actually, for our first attempt, it was sort of okay. Lost our spacing a little bit there. But basically the people on the outside have to move pretty fast in the walk, and the people on the inside are basically doing a turnabout the forehand. Alright, so now it's time for the show jumping, and so we just warmed up over a few teeny tiny poles. As you can see here, he was moving really nicely, popped over that pretty nicely. Also very nice there. He went for a little bit of a zoom here, but I wanted him to get some nice movement happening, so we had some momentum once we put the jumps up. Here he did the combination really nicely. Land 1, 2, 3. Bit of a short 3 stride. Most of the big horses did it in 2, but we have short legs, so what can you do really? Alright, then it was time for the actual 70 centimeter round. So we were practicing the AM7 style show jumping. So the first round we had 6 jumps with one of them as a combination, so 7 in total. Came into the first fence here really nicely. It took him a little bit by surprise as an upright, as it was a cross pole before. We were on the wrong canter lead for a lot of this, but he seemed pretty well balanced at this height, so I kept him going, pushed him down the long side here. Now here he takes a little bit of a look at the exit, but well, actually it wasn't as obvious as I thought. Lost our balance into the turn there and the counter, but whatever. Land 1, 2, 3. Nice short strides there for the 3 stride. And here we actually are on the correct canter lead. So he jumps this really nicely, lands on the wrong lead, but does a flying change there, which I sort of asked for, but not really. But cool that he did it. But then we lost our balance, but we hopped over that nicely in trot. Again in the counter, but took a nice wide turn there, so kept the balance nicely and popped over that really well. And because we were double clear in that round, that means we get to go to the jump off combination. So coming around again into fence 5, she hops over really nicely onto the correct lead, and then round to fence 4, hops over that very nicely again, pushed him down the long side, goes for a bit of a zoomie. And I think we managed to keep our canter here into the double. Yes, no we don't. Nope, lost it there. Nicely popped over that, but we got in quite deep there and got that pole, unfortunately. But he left me behind a little bit there, but he jumped that really nicely, so I was super happy with that round. Then we decided to put the poles up a little bit. Our instructor said 75, but I think we're a bit closer to 80 to be honest. Hopped over this really nicely, chipped in a bit, but still cleared that one. And I seem to remember fence 4 going really well. Yeah, he jumped that beautifully with a lot of scope. And then I turned him just way too tight here. We lost all our momentum and got way too deep in the contact, and then that happened. I am dying laughing in this video. So we went back around again, managed to keep a bit of momentum in the canter, and he took off a stride sooner than I thought he would, but oh, there's me getting left behind on that. But yeah, very happy with that round, and unfortunately after that the camera ran out of battery. So yeah, that was our show jumping round for the day.